Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Bhagavad-Gita as it is, and we are supposed to read the introduction, and I think we are in page 19 in this book, and paragraph number 2. So we'll read the first few paragraphs here, then we will try to discuss something. So here it starts with, the Lord descends to this material world to show his pastimes in Vrindavan, which are full of happiness. When Lord Shri Krishna was in Vrindavan, his activities with his cowherd boyfriends, with his damsel friends, with the other inhabitants of Vrindavan, and with the cows were all full of happiness. The total population of Vrindavan knew nothing but Krishna. Yes, it's if you note here before as introduction, the part of introduction is very important. I mean, it's a very important part of reading Bhagavad-Gita as it is, because Prabhupada gave a lot of stress on this introduction. In my experience, I have never read any book, any literature, which had 30 pages of introduction. Have you anyone read any book which I don't think that book would have sold. Anybody would have bought that book if you had 30 pages of introduction. But Prabhupada gave full importance to this introduction. There's a reason why he gave, is that even in Srimad Bhagavatam when he wrote, of course, on the spiritual realm, he knew that how long he would live. But he had a thought that he may not, whether he will be able to complete the Bhagavad-Gita. So he had given full importance. I'm sorry. He has given full stress, full importance on the introduction so that he could cover the full, the Bhagavad-Gita as it is. And actually through introduction he has covered not only Bhagavad-Gita, full Brahma Vidya, full Jnana, everything. Anybody reads the introduction alone can understand the full understanding of full Vedic scriptures, of introduction of these 30 pages. So here, Krishna Prabhupada is mentioning that Lord descends to this material world and his pastimes in Vrindavan, which is full of happiness. People read from other places, think of Vrindavan. Krishna came to Vrindavan, had his pastimes in Vrindavan, but we are right here in Vrindavan and meditating on his pastimes. Actually, there are two Prakata Leela, Krishna's manifested, unmanifested pastimes. Now, of course, we don't see, so it's a Prakata, it's not manifested here. It is manifested, but we are unable to see the pastimes in this material world at this moment. But it is said that Krishna's pastimes are eternally going on. All these pastimes, whatever happened, we read in Krishna book, Srimad Bhagavatam, is still happening. And it is said also that when Krishna's, actually if you go to Govardhan, Varshana, you still see the footprints of Krishna and the rocks and many other places. But even there are footprints on the ground. I don't know anybody has seen, but I have not yet seen. It is said that when Krishna walks in Vrindavan, not intentionally, it's just that nobody steps on his footprints. Nor the cows, nor the gopis, or the animals. His footprints, whenever he keeps, it's fixed. It never disappears. It's permanently there. That means it should be there everywhere. Wherever Krishna, Raman Reddy is Krishna played, should be everywhere here. So Krishna's pastimes are going on eternally, and we have the eyes, we can see it. And Krishna develops these pastimes when Krishna Prabhupada descends to this material world. We all know why he comes. We are hearing the classes, we come, attend the classes, and the speaker the speaker speaks the same thing, same time. We don't ever create some own pastimes of Krishna or something. We speak from the scriptures, we reveal this. Because always we hear again and again, it purifies us and reinstates our lost consciousness. So again and again hearing is nothing new, but it develops our faith and our love for Krishna. So we all know why Krishna comes to this material. Why do you think Krishna comes to this material world? Why does he come? He comes for only one reason actually. Paritranaya sadhunam and vinashesha dushkrita. Right? To deliver the devotees and to kill the miscreants. Killing the miscreants is actually a hidden part of Krishna's pastime. It's not the reason he comes. He comes actually for paritranaya, to deliver the devotees. Why does he come to deliver the devotees? Like Krishna says in 15th chapter, 7th verse, Mamai Vamsha Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Right? Mamai Vamsha. We are all Amshas of Krishna. Just like a parent, when his son is lost, the parent day and night, every minute, every second, thinks of what? Not even his food, not of his clothing, he thinks about his son, about his child. Same way, we may not understand how much Krishna wants us to come back than how much we want to go back to Krishna. He has an intense desire to take us all back, all living entities. So, as naturally, if you see the complete, the whole creation, this material world is just 1/4 of his creation. 3/4 is his. We will be further, Krishna is saying here, Tatat Bhashyati Suryo, there we will discuss about the spiritual planets. So, Krishna all wants us back. Therefore, he comes in various incarnations for various purposes to attract us to his. But in all his incarnations, the most attractive incarnation is avatar as Krishna. Krishna is the Bhagavan Swaya, as Bhagavan he comes. And when does he come? He does not come we must understand the priority, the opportunity that we have got. Familiarity breeds content. There's a saying, right? When we have so much familiarity. Same thing, Vrindavan, how many of you have dreamt to come to Vrindavan? How many of us really wanted? I still remember the days when I was starting KrishnaCon, 90s. I used to chant, and I'm not from India, so I didn't know, come to India also, so I was thinking of Vrindavan, and it was, I will feel really, Vrindavan means get goosebumps, and it's, but now I'm Vrindavan, I don't feel that. I don't get those goosebumps, I don't get those tears in my eyes when I was thinking of Vrindavan at that time. Because this familiarity we become, and we hear about Krishna, and we hear about Prabhupada, we hear about ISKCON, it becomes familiarity, then familiarity builds content, then again something builds up, we fight faults, all these things. So, Krishna comes here to take us back, to attract us. In all his incarnations, Krishna is the most beautiful, most attractive, because he comes and plays and shows his pastimes, so that through this pastime we understand a glimpse. In Bhagavad-Gita, he gives a glimpse of his eternal planets. He speaks about what his planet looks like. But in Brahma Samhita, Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a clear description how it was. So he comes and gives us less like a trailer of a film, right? We have a film and we give the trailer. Trailer is that which attraction which people want to see that movie. So Krishna gives the trailer here in material. He gives us so that we get attracted to him and we follow him. We wanted to go back to him. So this is the reason that he comes here. So when Krishna was in Vrindavan, he's active with his cowherd boyfriends, with his dams friends, with the other inhabitants of Vrindavan, with the cows were full of happiness. The total population of Vrindavan knew nothing but Krishna. First of all, we should understand the Siddhanta, the total philosophy of Gaudiya Sampradaya. Why we have come to this process. It is not accident that we have taken this process. You see, actually, Bahunam Janmanamanti, Krishna, we can come through the process to Bhakti Marga. Bhakti Marga is the most sublime process, but it is not accident that we have come to this process. The process, actually, it is by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, which is coming down through the parampara, through Srila Prabhupada, we have got this bija. Otherwise, the process is very, very long. To come to this, see, Krishna can give everything. Aishwarya, Yes, get it, you got it. You want, because Krishna says 4 kinds of people, Sukritina, Janaka, 4 kinds of people come to me. And he gives them accordingly. But one thing Krishna holds back. He doesn't give. What is that? What is that Krishna doesn't give immediately? What is that? Yeah, bhakti, right? Bhakti. Why? Because bhakti can bind Krishna. And Krishna doesn't want him to be bound. Yashodama, he allowed him to bound. But not each and everyone. Krishna knows this weapon he will not give. Therefore, he may, through his external potency, he may bind us with other glittering things which may go away from bhakti. But Krishna doesn't give bhakti easily. So this bija that we have got, by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Prabhupada, by Srila Prabhupada, is very rare to get. Otherwise we had to go through karma, jnana, yoga, these processes, millions and millions of years we have to revolve and come. They all tinted with bhakti. Without bhakti, no process works. Every process has to have bhakti. Otherwise, anything, love is the basic ingredient to do anything. Even we do a work or something, some affection, attraction you should have, otherwise you cannot do anything. Right? You can't go to your job, you can't do anything. Everything, there is, even you don't like your job, there's some kind of, for the money or something, some love, affection is there. So this bhakti is there even in the most, dried Mayavada philosophy. There is some kind of tint of bhakti, but the essence of bhakti doesn't come easily, and Krishna doesn't give this to us. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually dropped the treasure house of bhakti. He just like, you get a diamond, you get a precious jewel, you cannot get, you have to work hard to get. What about if you go sometimes, break a trunk or something and all the jewelry falls out, it's like that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, just opened it, just blasted it open and it flooded the world with this thing. He came, just take it, because he understands that in Kali Yuga, people are going to be dull-headed, people are going to be less intelligent, and it's like a mercy. And coming to this point, you understand why this particular age is very important, because Krishna doesn't come in all Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yugas. He comes in one kalpa. One kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. And what is one kalpa? Do you know the duration of one kalpa? One kalpa is 4 yugas, right? Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali, into 1,000 times. That means 1,000 into 4,000 Kali Yugas. Krishna comes in one Kali Yuga. And that is this Kali Yuga. This present Kali Yuga that we are living now. Other Kali Yugas, and consequently, preceding that Kali Yuga, that Krishna's Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. Only in this Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. And only in this Dwapara Yuga, Krishna appears. Other Yugas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, but he comes in the form of Narayan, hidden form. He is not that forceful or powerful as this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So look at this opportunity that we have got. First of all, we are in Kali Yuga. And second thing is, we have got this seed of bhakti. Now this bhakti bija may be fructified, maybe in different stages, but we are so fortunate. Look at your fortune. You are sitting right now in Vrindavan, right here. But sitting here, we may have so many problems. Oh, I could have been there, I could have solved this problem, that problem. I would have been better off if I had done this. Because it's already in my hand. When something comes to us, then we sometimes relish, and then sometimes we feel it, oh, it's okay. It becomes very familiar. No, please understand, every minute thankful. We must be so much gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, to our acharyas, for giving us this seed of bhakti in our hearts. Now this seed is eternal. It will not get lost. It may take lifetimes, may not fructify now, it may take time, but definitely it's going to grow up next life, next birth, whatever births or lifetimes, it's going to continue with bhakti. You're not going to fall into gyan, you're not going to fall into karma, you're not going to fall into anything. So, the opportunity that we have got, that this Kali Yuga, and this Kali Yuga, demigods are waiting to take birth. Many living entities, because in the other planetary systems, getting the seed of bhakti is not so easy there. There's so much Aishwarya, so much enjoyment in the lower planetary system, the higher planetary systems. They may not get attracted to Krishna. They may you can understand if you're in the New York city or in the Moscow city. the attractions are too much. And to think of Krishna, to going to temples, you have to really endeavor so much to go to temple. Here, Vrindavan, you just hop up, you come to Vrindavan. You have no other attractions, only the attraction is Vrindavan temple here, right? So our fortune is million times, and we are here in Vrindavan, have much fortune. So we should not lose it. We should have gratitude and thankful. The gratitude is the seed of bhakti actually. Unless we have gratitude towards our fellow Vaishnavas, towards Srila Prabhupada, towards the Shastras, we cannot progress further. So we must be very thankful for Prabhupada who has given this age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to our parampara. Then the fructi will fructify. Then we can understand Krishna. So Krishna's appearance is always happiness in Vrindavan, and he appears hardly in one kalpa of Brahma, 1 day of Brahma. So further, but Lord Krishna even discouraged his father Nanda Maharaj from worshipping the demigods Indra, because he wanted to establish the fact that people need not worship any demigod. They need only worship the Supreme Lord, because the ultimate goal is to return to his abode. So here Krishna is speaking about the worship of the demigods. In 7th chapter, Krishna elaborately explains about those who have less intelligent, who are attracted by lust, who are attracted by material desires, go to the demigods. According to scriptures, there are around 33 crores of demigods. You calculate in millions, billions, 33 crores of demigods. And to satisfy them, it's really a difficult thing. And people do worship demigods. Recently, I was in Sri Lanka, and I went to my brother's home. I'm from Sri Lanka, so I went to my brother's home, and he took me to his altar. He told me, come and see. Of course, they are not Vaishnavas, they don't follow the system. And when I'm there, it was almost this, their altar room was almost 3/4 of this. And I was first time in my life I saw the pictures. They had almost, not 33 crores, almost like half of the I was, my God, I saw it. And then I said finally, oh my God, except Jesus, you have everyone. He said, no, I have Mary there. Their mother Mary. And they did not give up. I knew, but I never saw, I couldn't understand which God, everyone. Because why? Because of fear. What happens is in this culture, this so-called Hindu culture, we have, the basic of God is fear. It comes, you have to do that, otherwise God will punish you if you do that. So they fear if I worship Ganesh, if I don't worship Ganesh, if I worship him, then he will get angry on me. So I buy all pictures and keep it. There is a funny, interesting joke, you can take it. Once a person was falling from the roof, and he was a demigod worshipper. He was calling Ganesh, Ganesh help me. Then Ganesh came. While Ganesh coming, then he said, oh no, Lord Shiva, please. Then Lord Shiva came to help. Then he said, oh Kartikeya. While Kartikeya came, before he came, he finished. Because he did not let anybody to come. So this is how it happens when we go worshipping, So, but this is better than atheism, because at least faith is the seed of, further development of bhakti or Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is actually the topmost stage actually. And we are really, sometimes I think that, how fortunate we have got the topmost. Like, you do PhD, then, whatever, postgraduate, post-PhD, it's like that. And if a child of 10 years been given the postgraduate degree, you are qualified to get the degree. It's just like that. It's just been given to us. Sometimes we cannot hold it, difficulty. Sometimes it's difficult. But with the mercy, we must never think that I have got bhakti, I have got the seed, I am not chanting, I am, doing all the rich. I am great. No, it's not. We cannot. It's just like a dust. You hold the dust, you leave the dust scatters. It's the Guru that is holding us. It's only by the mercy of Guru. It is. The time that we think that we are doing it, I have got it with my strength, everything shatters away. So it's only because otherwise we cannot hold it. See the Atlas holding the globe, it's like that, it's heavy. We cannot hold bhakti on our own strength. The day we think that, okay, I am strengthful, I can hold it, I have done it, then finished. So it's only Guru's mercy that we can hold bhakti. Otherwise it's very difficult to stand in the process. So the demigod worship is faith. Yes, it's good to have faith. So it's the basic, fundamental stage, that they have something, yes, basis on faith, everything is happening. The whole world works on the basis of faith. I walk on the road, seeing the sky will not fall, someone will not hit me, the road will not open. How I am walking? It's on faith, right? It can happen. I walk, everything is faith, blind faith. I do it. But faith gives us hope to live, hope to go ahead. So that's why Krishna says, do not disturb those who have faith. Because we should not disturb unless we can give them a concrete understanding. Otherwise we go and say, we should not actually, preaching sometimes they make mistake, we go and thrash people who demigod, oh no. So one of the devotees told me, if you do like that, it's like doing an open heart surgery without anesthesia. You know how it is being an open heart surgery? You do without anesthesia. It's painful. Because when preaching means preaching, we should do very intelligently. Prabhupada dealt with it. Prabhupada showed us the way. Acharyas have showed us how to deal. Yes, demigod worship is not, demigods are not to be offended. They are great devotees. So some people ask, why? See, if you see in the Shastras, we see all the Srimad Bhagavatam scriptures, there will be a lot of trouble. Krishna, every time Krishna has to come, demigod will give a boon, and Krishna has to come, Vishnu has to come. And he's always, they may give a lot of difficulties to Krishna. But then why have they given Krishna? Krishna could have done all the maintenance, annihilation, destruction. Everything Krishna could have handled himself. Vishnu could have handled himself. Why has he appointed so many demigods, right? That's a question. Because they create a lot of trouble to Krishna. The question is just like a father. Father is, say, repairing a car, making a car. And the child comes and asks, Father, let me help you. Let me also help you. Father, help me. So father gives a small spanner, gives this. Okay, do this, do this, do this. Like this, Krishna also, they are devotees. They are all devotees. They may not be in the higher platform, but they are devotees. So they wanted to be partake. So Krishna gives them service. But the son may not be able to do the work properly. But still, Krishna engages them because he wants to engage them as part of his service. So that's how it happens. So demigod worship, when we are preaching, we should be careful that we should not, remove them and put Krishna. With them, you can put Krishna, keep Krishna also. Gradually, when they get the taste, they will understand. Offense, Krishna does not tolerate the offense to his devotees. This is very important. And as we are devotees, demigods are greater devotees than us. Much devoted, they are at a different level. We should never ever offend any demigods. It's important. And we have to give them the proper importance. And then we have to keep. Prabhupada always mentions this watering the root of the tree or the feeding the stomach. If you water the root of the tree, the root is Krishna. Then 33. Actually, you should actually satisfy. Like I told my brother's house, they are fear, they are keeping. It is true that because if you don't satisfy one demigod, the other demigod may get offended. But if you worship Krishna, the root of everything, then automatically all these 33 crores will get happy. Feeding the stomach, all the limbs and the body gets satisfied. It gets nourished. Same thing. They will all be happy, more than happy than the demigods worshippers. We worshipping the Supreme Lord Bhagavan Shri Krishna. By that, all of them, all the body parts, all the limbs, all the planetary systems become blissful. Then Krishna says, Prabhupada writes, the abode of Lord Krishna is described in Bhagavad-Gita, 15th chapter, 6th verse. Natad bhashyati suryo nashashankana pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante tatama paramam mama. That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. This verse gives a description of the eternal sky. Of course, we have a material conception of the sky, and we think it in relationship of the sun, to the sun, moon, stars, and so on. But in this verse, the Lord states that in the eternal sky, there is no need for the sun, nor for the moon, no electricity or fire of any kind, because the spiritual sky is already illuminated by the Brahma Jyoti, the rays emanating from the Supreme Lord. We are trying with difficulty to reach other planets, but it is not difficult to understand the abode of the Supreme Lord. The abode is referred to as Goloka. In the Brahma Samhita, it is beautifully described, Goloka eva nivasati ahila atma bhuta. The Lord resides eternally in his abode Goloka, yet he can be approached from this world. And to this end, the Lord comes to manifest his real form, Sachidananda Vigraha. When he manifests this form, there is no need for imagining what he looks like. To discourage such imaginative speculation, he descends and exhibits himself as he is, as Shyamasundar. Unfortunately, the less intelligent deride him because he comes as one of us and plays with us as human being. But because of this, we should not consider the Lord one of us. It is by his omnipotency that he presents himself in his real form before us and displays his pastimes, which are replicas of those pastimes found in his abode. I think we can go for the effulgent rays of the spiritual sky. There are innumerable planets floating. The Brahmajyoti emanates from the supreme abode, Krishna Loka. We'll stop here. I think yes. So here Krishna says about his abode. Now, if we understood why Krishna comes here, to take us back to him, to give us a trailer of his abode. Then he gives a trailer here. What the abode looks like. How is he's giving a very brief introduction in Bhagavad-Gita, but again in Brahma Samhita, Srimad Bhagavatam, he gives an elaborate description. So he says, Natad Bhasyate Surya. His planet, doesn't illuminate with sun, Surya. Shashanka means moon. Na Pavakaha. Pavakaha means any other luminaries like the fire or electricity. It doesn't have. But yes, then you may ask, is it going to be all-time daylight? In Goloka Vrindavan it will be bright. No, there will be sun, there will be moon, which Krishna creates for his enjoyment. It will be naturally like this. There will be moon coming, setting, but it is not this moon planet or the sun planet which is externally illumined. It is there. And then the important, Yad Gatvanam Nivartante Taddama Paramama. He mentions this. Taddama Paramamama Gatva Nivartante. This he mentions also in many places in Bhagavad-Gita. 8th chapter also says, Abrahma Bhuman Logaka, Punaravartuna Arjuna, Mamopete tu Kante, Pranjanmana Vidyate. He again says, you come to me. There is no birth again, no birth again, no birth again. Because Krishna, if you see the planetary system, 14 planetary systems, the material planetary system is over, then begins the Brahmajyoti. Then beyond the Brahmajyoti are the full Vaikuntha spiritual planets. As we spoke in the beginning, the 3/4 of the creation is spiritual planets. 1/4 is a small portion, is the material world. So the Brahmajyoti, which is coming as an effulgence from the Lord, is spreading illuminates the full spiritual planets, the body. The rays are coming from the Lord Brahmajyoti. The Brahmajyoti is coming from Krishna. That's why Krishna says in the 14th chapter, what he says, Brahmano hi pratishtaka. Brahmano hi pratishtaka. Brahman depends on him. It's coming from him. Brahmano hi pratishtaka. It is depending on him. It's relying on him. So the rays of Krishna has a very transcendental, beautiful body, which we cannot understand how beautiful it is. During the pastimes of Krishna in Golaka, in Gokul, Krishna used to go to the gopis' house, as we know, to the gopis, and used to steal butter. And the gopis used to come to his mother and used to chastise, tell that your gopa is coming and taking butter. And he even comes in the evenings, in the night, in the twilight times, dark times, and he hide them in the dark areas. He used to find it. Then the mother asked, how is it possible? He's a small child. And dark, where? How is he coming? He said, maybe it's the jewelry that you are wearing for your son that it makes him. So Mother Yashoda says, all right, I will remove them. Then he said, no, you don't remove them. Because his body itself is so bright, maybe from that light he's finding the things because they don't want to remove it. So Krishna is like that. His body is fully transcendental, and from his body comes the rays, comes the transcendental illumination. And then he shows us, by his pastimes, sweet pastimes, he wants us to show how to go back. In Srimad Bhagavatam also it describes, but more description is there also in Sanatana Goswami's Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavad-Gita, Sanatana Goswami gives through Gopakumara, he explains how the 14 planetary systems, Gopakumara moves to one planet, everywhere from this planet. He goes higher, all the front. When he goes to Dwaraka, he goes to Ayodhya, he goes there, he doesn't feel happy. He doesn't feel happy at all there. And every time Narada Muni meets him and he explains to him, why are you Gopakumara? Because he's a Gopa, he's a Kumara, and he wants to be in the association of Shyama Sundar, two-armed form. So he goes there, he sees Narayan form. I mean, the descriptions are very vivid and very beautiful, very transcendental if you read Bhagavad-Gita. So cut it short, then finally comes, one thing? That from Vaikuntha planets, you cannot go to Goloka Vrindavan. It is not, sometimes we understand, Golaka, Vaikuntha is not like that. Vaikuntha itself is pure, is complete, it's perfect. Vaikuntha, there is no anxiety. This completely, there are millions and millions of, in which Upanishad, it's mentioned about the number of planets, unlimited, and it expands unlimitedly. Materially, we cannot understand how something expands unlimitedly and people live unlimitedly. The Golaka Vrinda, in Vaikuntha planets, there are 3/4 are spiritual planets, and they are unlimitedly expanding. And Krishna expands himself into different forms in every planet of there. And in Golaka Vrindavan, if you want to go to Golaka Vrindavan from Vaikuntha, you cannot go there. You can go from, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, then Brahmaloka. But go to Vaikuntha, to go to Golaka Vrindavan, you have to take a ticket back. Come to this material world, attend Krishna Bhakti, then only you can go back to Golaka Vrindavan. So this Gopakumara comes like that, comes down, back. Then Narada Muni explains, you cannot go, my dear Gopa. You have to go back, take this process and go back. Then he goes back to Golaka Vrindavan. And Golaka Vrindavan, what happens when he enters? It's if you have to read to understand Prabhupada. The description is given just like somebody has gone to, some country. You had gone to Australia, and you come back and you explain how Sydney looks like, how Melbourne looks like. You have seen it. You're just telling it is here, this is here, this is here. Just like that, Sanatana Goswami explains Golaka Vrindavan. You'll get a complete, understanding of how it looks like. And there Gopakumara enters and he sees that, and he's asking everyone, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? Nobody's talking to him, nobody speaks to him, because everybody's engaged, They are busy in their work, and then finally he sees and he asks, where is Krishna, where is Gopal? Then somebody shows the hand that side, and it's twilight, evening time. So cows are coming back, Krishna is coming back. It's the daily routine. It happens in Vrindavan. Every day Krishna does this, and he's coming back, and dust is coming up. Dust. And Gopakumara goes towards there. He walks towards and Krishna comes there. He comes far, and Krishna from far, he sees Gopakumara. And Gopakumara actually represents, he's an individual, he's a Gopa, but he also represents all of us, Gopakumara. Krishna is waiting for every individual soul in the same way. Now you listen to me how further Gopakumara meets Krishna. So when Gopakumara comes, he's quite far, Krishna sees him, and Krishna just leaves everything, comes running. And Gopakumara meets Krishna, Krishna meets Gopakumara. And Krishna hugs Gopakumara and faints. Krishna faints, not Gopakumara. Krishna faints and falls unconscious. Immediately Krishna falls unconscious. All the Gopas comes with a stick, because there are no demons there. Krishna never kills demon in Golaka. Only pastime Bhuloka. We have these pastimes of demons killing. But they were shocked. They never seen Krishna in Golaka. Here, Bhuloka, yes, they have seen Krishna sometimes falling, sometimes. They came with the sticks to beat him. But Balaram understood. Balaram came fast before them, and they stopped him. And he understood the complete understanding. And he said to Gopakumara, call Krishna in his ears. So he calls Krishna, Gopakumara, come. Then Krishna gets up. And then again Krishna hugs, and Krishna again goes in ecstasy. And then there are further, description how Krishna goes home, how it cooks, Radharani eats, and all this is beautiful. So the fact is that this is not only for Gopakumara, for each and every one of us, Krishna is waiting in the same way. And for that, this Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, descends, Paritranayana Sadhana. He has no other affairs or what. He has so many things. He has enough people. He has enough queens. He has enough. You see in Vaikuntha, queens sweep the floor just to attract the attention of Vishnu. There is no dust. There is nothing. But they just sweep. So Krishna is the thought process, just thinking everything can happen. But still, it takes time. He comes down just to make us understand this beautiful place. You won't suffer. You don't have to work. You don't have to wait for your paycheck. You don't have to, toil with your children and heart. You just come back there. You can eternally, no disease, nothing. Everything, you won't come back again. You'll be very happy. This is what Krishna wants to give the message. And He's behind us for that. He's behind us, come back. Then we want. There's a nice incident. Actually, Krishna, it's our mercy of the Lord, of course. But it was one pigeon. The pigeon was, flying, and one hunter has shot the pigeon. And the pigeon fell down, and it crawled because it was not dead, so it was suffering, and it was crawling. Then he left his body. As soon as he left his body, he got a form and left. Everybody was surprised. How is it possible? And the place that he crawled was a temple of Vishnu. So when the soul went up, then he met Krishna, and then Krishna said, "Where were you? I was waiting for you. Do you remember I gave you this opportunity? You missed it. You remember I gave you this one? You didn't take. You remember this one? Finally, I thought you will not come. Maybe I will have to work on it. So I made myself, took this attempt so that you crawl it. I took it as an opportunity to take you back. I made your own karma. I created it." Like Prabhupada said, when he went to the West, he preached. He said, "Prabhupada, what karma we didn't know?" He said, "I created your karma." Prabhupada said, "I created your karma to take to Krishna consciousness." He created a new chapter in our lives. So Krishna is more kind, more loving than what we can express or understand. And we can think, we can understand, just like a child understands love through its mother, unconditional love. We can understand the glimpse of Krishna's love through our acharyas, through our spiritual master, through Srila Prabhupada. So every day, every hour, being in Vrindavan, being in Krishna consciousness, life is full of difficulty. Please understand that life is not easy. Dukkalayam ashashvatam. Krishna says, Brahma bhuvana lokaka, Brahma loka, to do a loka. Apunaravartana, again, same. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Shankaracharya says, it's the same routine. There's no easy way out. This world means it's suffering. It is there in every step. It's saying Dukkalayam, Salayam. It's a place like Annalayam, this Vidyalaya. It's Dukkalayam. Krishna has addressed this place. This engineer of this world is saying, this world is a place of dukkha. And it is temporary. Ashashvatam. It's not shashvat, it's ashashvat. So do not expect a good reward from this world. But make the best out of this. Whatever we have this here, make the best out of it. So taking this process seriously, we should understand. And the process of Krishna conscious bhakti is not also easy. We have a lot of impediments, troubles, comes across fellow devotees or fellow people working. But don't give up this process of Krishna consciousness in any situation. Never give it up. Krishna does not... when we practice Krishna consciousness, sometimes we become very low and we tend to degrade ourselves, saying, "Oh my God." Don't focus on yourself too much. Focus on how merciful Krishna is, how merciful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. You don't need to be feeling any time morose about yourself. I am unable to do this. No. Whatever you are doing, Krishna is not a wicked person. He's not there looking behind you with a pen. You did this? Okay, you did. He's not there to fine us. He's not. He's the most merciful. He's more kind, and our acharyas are kind. Because we have used to brain our brains in material work. We have been so much tormented in the material world, in this world, that we have been so much chastised in the material world that we also, when we come to spiritual world, we apply that there. But it is completely different realm. It's a completely different perspective. It's a completely different thing, the spiritual world altogether. It's nothing to do with this material application. We don't apply that. Never give up this process. We always thank Srila Prabhupada Guru. Even small things. We don't need to see Prabhupada did not want us to do. Krishna doesn't want us to do big things. Hanuman and the monkeys were putting the stones, and the squirrels were laughing. The squirrels were also taking, the ants were taking pebbles, and the big monkeys, big bears, they were laughing at this. When are we going to finish the bridge? You carry these pebbles, and we look at it. And Lord Ram felt so compassionate. He called and he said, "For me to go to that place, it doesn't require anything." Finished, he would have been there. But the reason is he gave an opportunity to everyone. And everyone was given, reciprocated by yatamam prapadyante tataiva bhajami. Krishna reciprocated with them. And therefore, Krishna doesn't look at our faults. Yes, we should not, offend. Definitely, Krishna doesn't take offense. But if we do sincerely make mistakes, something like that, Krishna is not there to find our fault. He will take us back to God. And that should be, taking birth again. I have a deep desire. I always say I want to go back to God, although I am not qualified. But I have a deep desire because this is very tiring being in this material world. Coming back. I always think, I fear of going to school. This is the main thing. Again, I think of going back to school with the book, starting from beginning, right? Just think about it, how we have to go to school, just my teachers. I'm working in a Gurukula, so I understand how, it's... so, please read Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavad-Gita as it is, Prabhupada's books, and make your life perfect. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions, anything, comments for 5 minutes? Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, it's the Hare Krishna. Yeah, nor do I have to have that much understanding. But I've heard that from acharyas, from spiritual masters. Prabhupada actually went, the karma is the action and reaction through which, there's the 5 subject matters discussed in Bhagavad-Gita, right? 5 subject matters: Ishvara, Jiva, Kala, Karma, and Kala, Karma, Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti. Right, thank you. Prakriti, right? 5 things are discussed. In these 5 things, except karma, 4 things you cannot change. They are fixed, you cannot change them. The only thing can be changed is karma. That's why Krishna speaks a lot about these things here in Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is not that yoga. Karma is also the yoga is different. Karma Yoga. This karma that we action as every reaction. So we create this action reaction. Accordingly, we take bodies. Material nature gives the bodies. So Prabhupada what meant is that the great fortune that we have got. The devotees asked him, how is that? Because this is possible. Those days, Brahmans who are born in Brahmana families who have been getting this vidya lifelong, then they mature. They get this highest knowledge after many births. But how is this, Prabhupada? We are born in such families and you are getting this bhakti. So, Prabhupada, we have bad karma. Yes, bad karma, but I gave you the karma. Because karma can be changed. And which exactly meaning, we may not understand what Prabhupada meant. But means Krishna, because when we are getting initiation, all our previous karma is nullified. There's nothing, you don't create, it's completely gone. The Guru takes away everything and we start a new chapter actually. It's a second birth. Actually the first birth we say so-called parents' birth. Second birth which Guru gives. So that is the real birth actually. So in that way also Krishna said that I have created and Prabhupada really created and karma not only, all of our karma Prabhupada has changed actually. Otherwise, if you think of our, I don't know you all, but for me I think of my life. It's horrible. How is it possible that I can now understand scriptures? I can read something. It's only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Guru. Otherwise, it's a dangerous position. Understood, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
I heard once before someone else saying that Mahaprabhu only comes once a kalpa, and then the others are nine.
Something like it's a disguise of yes.
Is there? I just would like to read more about that. Do you know where that's
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember where I found it. It should be somewhere there. I'm sorry, I cannot give you anything exactly because I don't want to just guide you somewhere. You can ask somebody more, VIG somewhere who knows more scriptures. No, Bhagavatam, no, I don't think. Prabhupada may touch somewhere, but it is not there about, it's not part of, it's not mentioned there, yes. Yes, this. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mood. Oh, Hare Krishna. Yes, that's a nice question actually, yes. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. It's a beautiful verse. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam is Amalam, is pure and it's very dear to Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. It's very dear to Vaishnavas. Bhagavatam is this is the first question asked by to the yogis of Naimisharanya, Asuta Goswami. Now, in Kali Yuga has come, and Lord Krishna has left. Now Dharma has gone when Krishna left, because when Krishna was there, already Kali has come, but Kali could not do anything. And Kali was completely, we could not do anything, work, because of Krishna's presence. Now Krishna has gone, now Dharma has gone, what do we do? How do people survive? This was a question asked by the sages of Naimisharanya. And then Sutta Goswami explains that yes, but Krishna has descended as Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the direct incarnation of Krishna. It's the incarnation of Krishna. It is in the Kali Yuga. So this is what will protect the Kali Yuga, Dharma. So Chaitanya, Bhagavad, there are two Bhagavatas, Srimad Bhagavatam and devotee Bhagavat. So hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam from those who have realized souls, and reading, because reading Srimad Bhagavatam is Prabhupada. Prabhupada has given, so you are hearing directly from Srila Prabhupada when you are reading Srila Prabhupada's books. So you are hearing from Bhagavat Bhakta from reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So in that mode of, you don't need to artificially develop any mode. You have to just start reading Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. You will feel the love for Srimad Bhagavatam. You should love Srimad Bhagavatam. You should worship Srimad Bhagavatam. That is what will keep us alive. Please read every day. Every day, try to read Srimad Bhagavatam, one shloka a day, at least one shloka. You will not be able to read one shloka. You will end up reading many shlokas, because such sweet Bhagavatam is really, it's such a beautiful, sweet book. You will read it and you will not end up, sometimes I have to forcibly close it because I have to do other things. And keep reading it. Srimad Bhagavatam will keep you alive. Only thing, Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting will keep you alive in Krishna consciousness. All the other things may, get disturbed. All right. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.